Welcome to Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert the Poor. He's Danny of Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D. And today we talk the good, the bad, the ugly of 2020.
All right, here we are, episode 12, Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. We're doing like a year review, I guess. I guess, you know, we can't really say it's the best because it's been a pretty weird year. You know, it's probably like the worst year of everyone's life, you know, with the pandemic and riots and the election and all kinds of crazy shit like that. But we're going to talk about some highlights, I guess, and, you know, go from there. I want to know why Bert's got the mask on.
2020. I got it to match my headband. I'm not going to sit on it this whole time. I can't stand these.
Yeah, but I'll say one thing, though. Sometimes it makes people look better.
Yeah.
Not you, but
yeah. Well,
it's good because there's just some people you don't want to look at it. You put the mask on. Now we got our wishes, so.
Hey, you know what? If you're talking to somebody.
Threefold, whatever.
If you're talking to somebody early in the morning, they got morning breath. You don't smell the breath. You know, somebody spits a lot. You know.
Yeah. You can sneeze in it. It's great. It's like a mouth diaper.
Right.
Dude, man, that's the worst thing, man, because in the morning time, man, I don't realize how bad my breath is. You stick that thing on when you first go to work with nothing in your stomach. That's like, woo!
Yeah. Especially after some coffee. You get the coffee breath in the morning.
I'm like 3 cups before I leave work, so that's all spewing out.
2 cups of coffee and 3 shits later, I'm rearing to go.
Now, if they could have one for people's asses, that would be a good thing. But.
Right?
Yeah.
Senate. They got to be Senate ones.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, 2020, man. What a crazy year. I mean, this mask stuff,
Yeah.
It's just rough. But anyway, we're going to look at some of the good, some of the bad for entertainment-wise for this year. And we're going to start off with some music stuff. No countdown today. We're just going to bullshit about some stuff we like and some stuff, you know. Well, we all pick different stuff, so it's going to be definitely loose. Some of us are going to like it, some of us won't like it. But we're going to start off with Dane.
It's like a highlight reel, I guess, you know?
Yeah, or a not-so-highlight reel.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start off Dame. We're going to start off with some music. Tuck Smith, covers from the quarantine.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably, you know, people don't even know who he is, but I used to be a big fan of this band, The Biters, the past 10 years, and I guess the band broke up, and he left. He did his own solo thing. He got picked up by like Motley Crue's management, and he was supposed to be the opening act on that big stadium tour, but we know what happened with that. Anyway, he had this record that was ready to come out. He put it on hold because of everything else is on hold. In the meantime, he put out this covers record, this acoustic covers record. I think it's really good. I mean, it's only like 5 tunes. You know, it does like Hard Like Woman from Kiss. The highlight to me is the Lana Del Rey tune.
Yeah, pretty good.
Summertime Sadness. That's the best time. That's the best song, in my opinion.
She's good record, too. She's real good.
She is. Yeah. I mean, I like.
Got like a throwback kind of thing going on.
Ago. Yeah. And when I heard that, I was like, "Well, that's pretty freaking good." I mean, but yeah, that's, you know, it's one of my picks.
Cool, Mike. What you think about Tuck Smith?
I thought it was pretty cool. It was kind of chill, relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm not a big cover guy, but it worked on this. It really did.
I thought it was good. I mean, I didn't know about it till Dame told me about it, and I checked it out. He said he was originally from the Biters and then the Restless Hearts or something like that.
Well, his new band is the Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts.
Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts. Yeah. You know what's weird? Is he British? I thought he was a British guy because he sounds British.
He's from Atlanta.
He's got like this whole British thing about him. Like, the look,
Yeah, it's got like this like a early 70s kind of British look.
And Rod Stewart kind of hairdo.
Yeah, it's the whole delivery. Yeah, that's what I like. It's like real authentic rock and roll, you know?
Yeah, what they used to call it, like the Rooster Do, almost. Something like that, right? The Rooster Do?
Yeah.
The Cockadoodle Do.
Cockadoodle Do. Yeah. I mean, for me, Life on Mars was a good song. I thought that was real good. Yeah. Hard Luck Woman was good. And the Lana Del Rey song was good too. I mean, it was all pretty good. It's a good, quick, chill EP.
Yeah.
You know, so Tuck Smith, we'll start with Dame. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Mike?
Yeah, man, thumbs up.
Thumbs up for me. We all like the Tuck Smith. It's one to check out. You can check it out on Spotify probably. So Tuck Smith, Songs from the Quarantine. Very cool. And if you look at the cover, is some cool stuff in the background, maybe stuff he collected and stuff. You know, it looks like he's in this room with all this cool memorabilia kind of behind him with like New York Doll stuff and all that. I kind of, I was more looking at the background of the cover and say, hey, wait, what's that? I know that, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. We're going to move on to the next one. AC/DC, Power Up. What you got, Damo?
I love it, man. I mean, like certain bands, AC/DC, Slayer, you're going to get all the time. It's always going to be a quality project, quality record. Some people, they don't like that. They like to, hear something different every record. But you always know what you're going to get. It's always going to be great. It's kind of a surprise. I had no idea it was coming out. And then, some teasers and boom, it's out. But I love it, man. I think it's probably one of our better records, in a long, long time.
Yeah, I agree. What do you got, Mike, on AC/DC?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, solid release from them. It's AC/DC. What else? It's not like you're going to get anything different, like Damo said, but I mean, there was a couple tracks on there that kind of played against a little bit different things going on. But I'm a person with, I'd like to hear something different. I don't want to hear the same thing. Gotcha. I don't mind if a band sticks to their roots, but sometimes they just stick too much to the roots.
Yeah, well, it was their first record since Malcolm Young passed, which is kind of weird, But
and then, Brian Johnson had the cancer too, or something.
He was sick.
Him, right?
Yeah, he was sick. He had the hearing problem. I think it was.
Yeah, lost his hearing.
Yeah, but guess what?
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
Brian Johnson sounds phenomenal in this. He sounds great on this record, man.
He does.
It's their 17th. Let me say, it's their 17th studio album. It reached number 1 on the rock charts in 21 countries. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I didn't expect it. I didn't know it was coming out,
Just came out.
Yeah. For me, the standout tracks, Rejection, Through the Mist of Time, Code Red. I mean, it's probably the best AC/DC record in years, maybe a decade. It reminds me of Razor's Edge.
I was just ready to say it's probably, in my opinion, the best one since
Razor's Edge.
Yeah, that was definitely like, besides Back in Black, that's probably the number 2. Brian Johnson.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll do an AC/DC countdown soon. But I agree with you. Razor's Edge, Back in Black, and this one are probably the 3 best Brian Johnson records.
Yeah,
I mean, he sounds really strong on this record, man. Really strong. AC/DC. What do you give it, Damo?
Thumbs up.
Mikey D.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a thumbs up. I listened to it again.
I give it a thumbs up. It's probably my second favorite album of this year that came out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I liked it a real lot. Moving on. Green Day, Father of All MFers. Damo, what you got?
I didn't hear the entire record. The songs I liked, the songs I heard I liked, and to me, it didn't really remind me too much like them.
No,
it
exactly.
sounded totally. Maybe that's what kind of appealed to me. But I've never really hated on them. Wasn't like really a huge fan. I like them. I appreciate what they do. But this one, the singles I heard, I really dug it.
They were good, man. Yeah. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to take Damien's approach on this one because I don't love him. I don't hate him. But this one was something different. This was kind of he didn't even sound the same singing on it, really.
Yeah,
so it was almost like for all you haters out there that hated on us, it was yours. They were no talent. Look, we could do just what you're fucking doing. So.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I thought the record was great. I thought it was one of the best Green Day records. It was a quick listen, too. It was like the album was over before you knew it. And his vocals sound great. It sounded like Jack White at times, and the cool effects that they have on certain spots. And, and they've been around for a while. I mean, this band, just their 13th studio album. They've been around for a while. And I think they get better and better with each one. It's like they started out as a kind of punk band that was kind of cool. And then they got their radio stuff with Dookie. And then after that, they had a couple cool, Insomnia and all that. There's a couple cool records after that. And then they came out with their breakthrough record, which was American Idiot, right? American Idiot. Yeah. And then after that, man, as far as song-wise goes and songwriting, man, they keep progressing. They really do. I mean, each record, they push the envelope and they progress. So what started out as a punk band, now they're just a good rock band, you know?
Yeah.
They're a good rock band. So I love it. I love the new record. Green Day, what you got, Damo, from what you heard?
Yeah, go with me.
Mikey.
Yeah, man, I really like this one. I'm going to go first and say 2 thumbs up on this one.
Yeah. Thumbs up from me. I think it's probably my third favorite record of the year.
and I just checked. It's the whole record, 10 songs, 26 minutes long.
It's quick. It's quick, man. It's a ride over the bridge. It's quick.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have some debate about this one. This one's a Damo pick. Heat. Heat 2. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, I'm kind of into all these weird, Scandinavian bands. These guys have been around for about 10 years. Kind of like a throwback, 80s kind of like pop metal commercial band. If you're into like, I don't know, Europe, Bon Jovi, but maybe a little harder edge. But they do have like a modern vibe to them. I really never paid any attention to them until I saw them on this cruise that I went to earlier this year, and I think it just friggin' blew me away, man, live. And so the record, man, I picked it up, and it's like the first song is probably the weakest one, but I think the rest of the song is just really catchy, and there's some cool heavy moments in it, but I couldn't stop listening. I must have listened to it over 100 times.
Wow. Well, sometimes the live thing will do that. If you see the band live, sometimes you'll appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I never paid attention to them ever before, and then I saw them live. I was like, "Whoa, man, these guys are really good." When I got home, that's what really did it to me.
That could I mean, the live thing could definitely do it. Mike, what you got on Heat?
Man, I don't know. I couldn't get into this one. It was just like, when we listened to stuff when we were younger, and you hear like the generation ahead of us saying, like, "Well, yeah, Led Zeppelin did it first, or Sabbath did it first." This is just the clone of them. Well, this was kind of like, to me, it was just a clone of like everything, like kind of bad 80s to me, like hair metal stuff. And so it was like, I was like, oh my God, this one's really tough for me. Like I heard it before and I really don't need to hear it again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, for me, it was like, if it was 1988, I probably would have loved it. One of those things.
Right.
You could tell they're good musicians. You could absolutely tell they're good at what they do.
Yeah, it had some really cool parts in it. And
Yeah.
like I'm like, wow, that was cool. But nothing that really like said, hey, maybe listen to this again or something. Like I wanted to stop listening to music altogether that night. Just
I'll tell you what,
sorry,
it made me want to listen to Stryper, To Hell with the Devil, which I love that record. That's what it made me want to do. I heard that, I was like, wow, I could go for listening to some Stryper right now.
Because after that, you want to pray to God for some good fucking metal. I don't even know if Stryper's going to give you that. Jeez.
Yeah, I just like to hear new bands doing it because I honestly, I don't want to hear 6-year-old guys singing about that. It's kind of
singing about tits and ass.
It's kind of silly. I mean, nobody's reinventing the wheel.
No,
and I don't. It doesn't really do anything for me. But it's like everything's been done under the sun. But to me, it was like a refreshing take on
the throwback.
I guess.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave. So Heat. What do you got? Thumbs up?
Yeah. For me.
Damo, thumbs up. Mikey D.
Nah, thumbs down.
I got to get 2 thumbs up against you.
Well, I'm getting 2 thumbs down now.
For me, at this time, it's a miss. It's not that it's bad. It's just, if I want to listen to something like that, I'm just going to put on Stryper, To Hell with the Devil.
Yeah.
But that's what this is about. We're all not going to agree on everything. So let's move on to the next one. Ozzy Osbourne, Ordinary Man. Damo.
Yeah, I thought it was a good solid record from him. And, I think it's the best his voice is sounding. I mean, past few records, I can't really listen to an Ozzy record straight through since like No More Tears is probably the last one. I think everything else, his voice doesn't sound. It's probably how the guitars are tuned, like lower and stuff.
Yeah,
but this one that is probably the best one in my opinion since No More Tears. Like I think his voice finally sounds like what I remember Ozzy singing. Like that Black Sabbath record that came out a few years ago. It sound like Ozzy to me. I mean, I get it. The dude's 70 years old.
Right.
I'm not, but this one, his voice just sounds like young again. You know what I mean? And it's nice. And I love Zach. It's nice to hear Ozzy without all the Zach Wild squeals and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of refreshing. And I dug it.
How about you, Mike?
Yeah, man, I like this one a lot. Like, yeah, this is probably one of the first Ozzy albums in a long time that I could actually sit through the whole thing and listen to. So, yeah, it was really produced well. Who did? Was it Post Malone that did the whole thing?
His producer, Andrew Watt.
Oh, okay. Andrew Watt. Yeah,
Andrew Watt, who did play guitar too, also on it.
Yeah, I mean, even that song he did with Post Malone on the album, that's probably my favorite on the album.
It's good. It's good.
But
This Is a Raid, the last one.
Yeah, I mean, Ozzy doesn't sound like Helen Keller on this one, so you could hear what he's singing about. So,
yeah,
man, this is a really good one.
I liked it a lot. I liked it a real lot. I mean, it's his 12th studio album. Lots of guests on there. You got Chad Smith on it, Duff McKagan, Slash is on a track or two. Every song was pretty damn good. That Little Green Man, I love that song.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
I love that song. The whole record was really good. It was a solid Ozzy record. Probably, Dame, you're probably right. Probably since No More Tears, where you can listen to it front to back and enjoy the whole thing without skipping anything.
Yep.
His other albums had good songs, but nothing. You got lost somewhere in the middle. Like, all right, yeah, it's all right. But this one, great record. Damo, what you give this one?
Yeah, thumbs up for me.
Mike?
Definitely a thumbs up.
Absolutely a thumbs up for me. Moving on. Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons. We're the Bastards. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, I remember you told me, I don't know, a couple months ago, we were trying to put a playlist together. You mentioned like their first record, and I liked it. And then I heard recently that he came out with a new one. Man, it's probably one of my favorite records that came out this year. It's really good. I mean, it's if you're expecting Motorhead, it's not Motorhead, but there are some tracks that kind of remind me of, like they could be Motorhead tunes, but it's just like a real good, solid, hard driving, rock album. Just dirty rock and roll.
Absolutely, Mike. What you got?
Yeah, man, this one was really good. I like this one too. I didn't realize there was this much good in 2020 as far as music.
Just some.
Yeah, man, this was a cool record, and I think I like this one a little bit better than the first one.
Yeah, I like them both. They're both really good.
This one had like a little more of the Motorhead tone to it.
Right. I love the vocals. The vocals got that smoky bar sound. They sound like a fucking bar band, but
but the kid could sing. He's a good singer.
Yeah, they're real good. And I think they're all his sons except for the singer. I think something like that.
Yeah.
But you know what sucks? I missed them playing live. I was on the Jericho cruise. They were on the first cruise, and something was going on, and I missed them. But I wish I would have seen them because I regret it now because they were, I didn't hear the band till after. I heard the record once I got home. I was like, let me check out and see what Phil Campbell's band is. And I was like, wow, man, I suck. I should have seen that show. So maybe next time. Maybe it'll be on the third cruise. Who knows? But I give this a thumbs up. Damo.
Yeah. Thumbs up for me.
Three thumbs up, right? Yeah, real good record. If anybody don't know who they are, Phil Campbell from Motorhead and the Bastard Sons. Awesome. Check him out on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever the frig you listen to. I don't want to, put it in one box here. we
Anywhere.
Like them all. Yeah. We like them all, even the YouTubes. All right, we're going to move on. Corey Taylor, CMFT, Damo.
I didn't hear too much of this one, but what I did, I liked. And I guess, this guy could pretty much do everything,
Yeah, he is. He's good. He's definitely good.
Yeah.
Did you like what you heard?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's good rock radio,
Yeah.
What do you got, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I kind of just listened to it, so I really didn't absorb everything yet from it.
Right.
But I would listen to it again. It was a good album. Corey Taylor's great. Everything he does is pretty much gold,
Yeah, that guy don't miss too much. I love that he could sing, I like Slipknot, but I love what he did with Stone Sour because I like when he sings.
Melody, yeah.
The melody stuff. And this guy could sing his ass off. He even plays, I seen him on the first Jericho cruise, and he did an acoustic set. It was unbelievable. It was just him, the guitar.
Really?
Oh, it was so good. It was cool because there was like a sunset going on, and we were like moving, but the sunset was going on. It was so good. I got some videotape of it. It's so good, man. Yeah, that guy. It's like him and Dave Grohl. They can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything they touch is gold right now.
And maybe they'll join up one day.
Yeah, probably if they haven't already, and we don't know.
Right.
But the new Corey Taylor record, it's really good. Got some cool rock songs on it. But Corey Taylor, how could you not like it? Everything he does is great. I give it a thumbs up. Damo, Mikey D,
thumbs up.
We're all good with Corey Taylor.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we got on the list next. Marilyn Manson, We Are Chaos. Damo.
I've never really been a big fan of his.
Wow.
I try, man. It's just, I don't know. I think it's the industrial stuff, and I never really got into that. But there was a couple tracks I liked. The title track I thought was good. It sounded
different.
A little bit different. But with him, same thing. You're going to get.
You get what you get. Yeah.
Yeah. Every album's a little different.
Yeah.
From what I can gather, but
Yeah. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not going to say it was bad. It wasn't my favorite one of the year, but you get what you get. It's Marilyn Manson. It kind of a little Bowie-ish at points.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I mean, I was never really the Manson guy to begin with either. So, but I mean, the stuff that I really liked, and the rest of it's just kind of there for me.
Yeah, I'm a huge Marilyn Manson fan, especially the earlier stuff, the first 4 or 5 records. And then the other ones were okay. There was a couple good ones in between. This latest one's really good. I mean, he's got that Bowie thing. He changes something up every record. It's still him. He still does that deep voice somewhere, I like that he just does what he does. Like you said, like the AC/DC thing, the Slayer thing. He does what he does. It's pretty much him and the guitar player guy, which I forget his name. But
Shooter Jennings.
Shooter Jennings, that's it.
Which when I heard he was involved, I was kind of expecting something different,
Yeah.
And because I heard an interview with both of those guys, and they're really talking it up. And then when I heard it, it's like, okay, it sounds like Manson. I guess I was expecting something totally different.
Yeah, dude, I got a funny story. I'll be quick with it. So my buddy is good friends with Billy Corgan. So it's like probably the second time I went backstage with him, and it was at whatever they're calling the thing in Camden now. The name changes so much I can't even keep up with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Susquehanna BBT.
I still call it the Tweeter Center. You know what I mean? I don't remember,
Yeah.
So in Camden, Jersey. So he's real cool with Billy Corgan. They're pretty cool. Like every time he comes to Philly, kind of they hook up. And I got lucky to go once or twice with him. So we go into, and I met Billy before. He'll never remember me, but I met him for like a second or two. We talked, hanging out with Billy Corgan. Talking sports, not even music, talking sports. Like he's a huge sports guy, which is pretty awesome. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Dude, and he's a big dude. He's big. He's a big dude, man. He's tall. So anyway, so we go into this room. It's me, Meanie, who's my buddy, Meanie's wife, and his girlfriend, and a bunch of wrestlers from TNA. So there's probably like 10 of us in the room, and we're all just sitting around. Billy's bullshitting with everybody. We're laughing, joking. And it's when Manson played with them down there. And Manson just pokes his head in. And we're like, what the fuck? So he pokes his head in, and then he starts talking about like, I don't know, like John Mayer. He's like, do you think John Mayer's got a big head? He looks like he's got a big head. Like it was just, he wound up being the coolest dude ever. Like he was silly. Like it's not what you would expect. He was pretty silly. And then of course I fanboy when he was outside. I was like, yo, dude, can you take a picture? Because he's a hard picture to get. And usually I'm not like that, but with him I was, because I knew it was a hard picture. And he was like, man, I got nothing on. I have a hoodie on right now. He's like, I was like, dude, I totally respect it. And I thanked him anyway. And but he was cool. He hung out for a little bit. And he was cool. After the show, we went back to talk to Billy for a little bit. Well, Meanie did. I was just tagging along. And there was a trophy sitting in the middle of the table. And I said, Bill, I got to ask you, where the hell the trophy came from? He's like, oh, Manson thought it was funny. He got a dance trophy out of one of the cabinets and brought it over for me. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, I had a good experience with him. He was really cool, actually. He was really a nice guy. And Billy's always awesome, too. Do we give the Manson a thumbs up or thumbs down, Dane?
Oh, I'll give him a thumbs up. what I heard. You know.
Mikey.
Yeah, man, it's a thumbs up.
Thumbs up from me. Moving on to Fiona Apple. Fetch the Bolt Cutters, Damo.
Yeah, I didn't listen to this, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. I saw it's nominated for Grammys and everything, and I thought she kind of disappeared. I haven't heard about her since the 90s, but I was kind of surprised to see her on the list.
Yeah, she's big, man. She's big.
Yeah.
People that know, she's big. Mike.
Yeah, man. It shouldn't be my thing, Fiona Apple, but for some reason I like it. You know, it's just, I guess when you're in that mood, just to kind of chill. Yeah, she's got that independent kind of like attitude. Like she doesn't want to be part of like a big label. It's
Absolutely.
like I think she got caught up with that early in her career, and that kind of screwed her over for like years. That putting out that next album.
Yep.
So it's like now it's like she just puts out albums whenever she wants. If it's 4 years, 5 years, whatever.
Yeah, I love the fact that she don't care. She does her thing and she don't care. She's an artiste. She's an artist, by every sense of the word.
Yeah, corporate and music just don't mix.
And guess what? She didn't, they were probably trying to groom her up and to be this next big thing
Pop
and
star,
make her look a certain way. And she just
dance
said,
like Beyonce and all that shit.
And she just said, F you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. She didn't become, and nothing against her because I think she's a great artist. She didn't become, Avril Lavigne became everything she didn't want to be in the beginning.
Right, yeah.
I mean, all of a sudden she's wearing like pigtails and all this crazy stuff. And, but yeah, man, for me, the Fiona Apple record, great record. It's all about the vocal line for me. And her vocal lines are just ridiculous.
I'll have to check it out.
And even the quirky, like the Shamika song, the quirky stuff, she's got that thing like Sublime's got with a lot of rock and metal guys. A lot of rock and metal guys will listen to Sublime, which is not, nowhere near it, And same thing with Fiona Apple. I think a lot of people listen to Fiona Apple that don't listen to what they regularly listen to.
Yeah, that type of music, right?
It's like a breath of fresh air. You know what? Before we get to the last one on the list, I'm really surprised. I'm looking at this list that all three of us came up with, and there's no Cardi B. I thought Cardi B would have made the list. We all enjoy a little WAP, don't we? I mean, come on.
What's that? The WAP?
The WAP. Hey, yo, hey!
That's an offensive word where we come from.
It's a very offensive word for us Italians. Italians. But what you got, Demo, the Italians?
What's that? Does that stand for, what's that, wet-ass pasta?
Yeah, wet-ass pasta. Yeah, wet-ass pasta. That's what I want to be known as, the WAP, the wet-ass pasta.
Wet-ass pasta.
Unbelievable. I'm really surprised it's not on the list, but...
Oh, man, I know. I don't know.
There's always the next decade. It can make the... I wish I could write a song like that with 30 people helping me. I really do.
Yeah, really.
We got to get a good keyboard player, Dane.
Yeah.
All right, so
we could do wet ass underarms or something like.
Yeah, tickle the taint. That could be the name of the record. Tickle the taint.
Why? Wet ass on the arms.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. We could have right guard. That could be one of the singers.
Yeah.
The guy playing the flute, speed stick.
They could be sponsors.
We could.
The drummer will be Brute. Yeah.
Yeah, Brute could be the drummer. Damn, that'll be you. You'll be the Brute.
You could be Speed Stick.
Speed Stick. I like the Speed Stick.
Well, let's not forget. Good name could be Axe. We need an Axe.
Axe could be a vocal name. Axe is pretty good. Or Axe could be the guitar player.
Yeah.
The Axe.
Sounds like a tag team. Axe and Brute.
Yeah. So we got Brute's the drummer. Axe is the guitar player. Right guard will probably be the bass player because you need a good bass player. And the singer was Speed Stick. That's it. We got the Smeals.
Well, there's a girl singer, Secret.
Yeah, that's good. Or the old Romantic Rose. I don't even remember that. The Romantic Rose.
Nah.
Dude, I used to rob my wife's Romantic Rose. I like to smell it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, when you're out, what are you going to do?
Why not?
Go outside and smell like onions? Hoagies?
Yo, cuz he smells like a hoagie in his motherfucker. All right. We got one more for the music thing. Probably my favorite. I mean, you can't go wrong. Metallica S&M 2. What do you got, Damo?
I love Metallica, man. I even love like the newest stuff that they put out. I'm not hating on them. I'm just not into the symphony thing that these bands do. And they, Metallica was like the ones who just kind of started it, I guess. But a million bands have done it afterwards. I'm just not into it. I don't like. I freaking hate violins and all that pomp and circumstance, man. Just give me the music with the way it's meant to be.
With the balls.
But yeah, it just ain't for me.
That's cool, Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, usually I would be against something like this, but it just makes it sound epic. It just like it's a good twist on the Metallica. I mean, something different.
It's Metallica, so I'm giving it a thumbs up. Damo.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down on Dave.
My only thumbs down.
Mike D.
Yeah, man, thumbs up.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the next section of 2020 entertainment. See what we got here. We're going to go on to TV shows. One of Dame's pick, The Stranger. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, I like this one. This came out, I think it came out like the early part of the year. Mm-hmm. And we just started watching. It was on Netflix. What else is there to do this year except watch Netflix
and chill?
Netflix and chill, yeah. But it's like a British thriller about a guy and his kids. They're looking for their mom who went missing.
Mom.
And it was just like every episode just kind of had you guessing, and just I think we finished the whole thing in like 2 or 3 days. But
it's an easy watch,
I like those mysteries, and
it was pretty cool. For me, The Stranger was pretty good. I like the twists and all that. I like the strapper guy that lives next door that was kind of like sneaky, And I liked how the main character, the guy called his son Mates. Hey, Mates. Everything was, it was pretty good. It had some good twists in it. I thought it was pretty good. I actually watched it when it first aired, and then I had to like rewatch a little bit of it to remember.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was definitely worth watching. I give it a thumbs up. Damo?
Yeah, thumbs up for me.
Mike gives it a neutral. Mysteries. He didn't watch it.
Yeah. I'll give it one of these, Albert. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of these. Yeah. Orange Cassidy's. Give it a half a thumb. Yeah. All right, moving on. Tiger King.
This was like
bizarre.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was like watching a train wreck happen. Every episode, when you think it can't get any worse, you watch the next episode, it's just like, it's fucking nuts, man. About a fucking wacky zookeeper named Joe Exotic, and the show's about the whole, tiger, big cat underworld, and
it's crazy.
There's competitors, and it's just friggin' nuts. And then his lovers, and all that it's crazy, man. It pretty much, it came out in 2020. When else would you expect it?
Yeah. I guess, like that. Exactly. Mike, did you see Tiger King?
I did, and I saw it after all the hype about it. So it was kind of...
It was hyped up.
I think it was hyped up.
We were all in quarantine, that's why.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I watched it. It was just like... I guess it was so hyped up, I didn't see what everybody saw in it. It was bizarre. It was some bizarre shit going
weird.
on. It was definitely weird. And
it was weird.
And maybe if I hadn't heard about it, I might have thought it was a movie by the Spinal Tap guys or something.
Guess what? I would love to see them spoof on that. I mean,
how can you spoof on a spoof? I mean, it doesn't really. It's like it's almost a spoof in its own. So, but yeah, I mean, to me, it could have been a couple episodes or just an hour and a half movie, but. It was, I don't know. By the time I saw like the second or third episode, it was just like done for me.
It was weird. It was weird. It was bizarre. And I would have called the show, like bad teeth, worse tattoos. What the fuck?
He got everything fixed up though. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got them new chiclets. He's got the new chiclets.
Yeah.
New chiclets. I think he's got new tattoos as well.
Yeah, well, he's all cleaned up, man.
Showman now.
That
he's
Netflix
a star.
Money.
Really, really, really weird. I mean, and then the other broad with the
Carol
cat and the
Baskin.
husband disappeared, and
Carol Baskin.
Worth a watch because it's just so fucking strange.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts, man.
I give it a thumbs up for the weirdness. Damo, what do you got?
Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah,
Mike,
thumbs up for the bizarreness. Yeah,
for the bizarreness.
But
yeah,
I will never watch it again. I'll put it.
We
that
give
way,
the
but
overhyped Tiger King a thumbs up because it was just fucking out there, and it was real.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. It was real. Okay, so let's move on to Ozark. What you got, Damo?
That's one of the best shows on TV, I think.
I agree.
You know, Justin Bateman, he pretty much plays every character, the same character in like every movie, it seems.
But he's good, yeah.
To me,
good,
yeah. He's really good. Yeah, I mean, it's about Justin Bateman's money laundering, and he's trying to finally get this casino set up on the river boat gambling, and yeah, it's just crazy, man. I love it. It's a great show.
Definitely a lot of surprises in there. What do you got, Mike?
Yeah.
I didn't watch this season. I only watched the first season of Ozark, and I really liked it. And I don't know why I didn't get to the second season. So I'm not going to watch the third season without the second one.
Right.
But
I got you.
I got Netflix permanent in my house pretty much. So I kind of put those things aside sometimes when there's really nothing
to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just never got around to watching any more of it. So
Ozark's one of the best shows on TV right now. It's one of the best series that are out there. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, and I love it. And the wife in the third season is a badass.
Oh man, yeah, big time.
Yeah, all of a sudden she's in control, man.
Yeah.
Take no prisoners, take no shit, like Bobby Blitz would say.
Yeah.
But Ozark, definitely worth a watch. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You'll be stuck. You'll breeze through the whole thing with no problem. Okay, moving on. The Undoing, Dame. It's one of your picks.
Yeah, I thought the show was great. I felt like I was the only person watching it, and I saw Michelle was really into it, your wife.
Yeah.
Besides her, it's the only other person I know that saw the show. But yeah, it's if you're into like mysteries, thrillers, it's up your alley. It's Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant are a married couple, and it's about this woman, friggin' wacko, who happens to be Hugh Grant's other love interest, and she's murdered, and it's a whole mystery. At the end of every episode, you think, okay, he did it. Oh, okay, maybe she did it. Oh no, maybe it's this person. So it's really good if you're into that kind of thing.
How about you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, normally I'd like something like that. I probably still would if I ever decided to watch it, but I don't know, man. Like Hugh Grant's just like that turn off for me. It just to me, I see Hugh Grant's. Now I'll check out on this one.
I know he is perfect in this though.
Yeah, he actually acted pretty good.
Yeah, he plays like kind of like an uppity, he's like
straight,
kind of
straight. Yeah,
he's an uppity, rich guy, kind of pompous,
Yeah, I caught some of it. I didn't catch the whole thing. I mean, I know how it ended. I kind of cheated and looked at the end, but it looked like it had a decent plot. Nothing groundbreaking, but it looked like it had a decent plot. And Hugh Grant, from the clips I've seen, Hugh Grant looked pretty damn good in it. He looked like he played a really good role. And I'll probably rewatch because I kind of breezed through it a little bit. Okay, so let's move on to The Queen's Gambit. Damo, what you got?
We only watch it because everyone talking about it on social media, how great it was. I mean, we're looking on Netflix for things to watch, and this show about chess comes up. Pass. But everybody's talking about how great it is, and we watch it. And it's like, who the hell would have thought that like a show about chess
would have kept your interest?
It's that good, and now I want to learn how to play chess. So that's how good it was. It's basically about this child prodigy, and she becomes like the best chess player in the world. It's really good, but she's also battling demons and stuff.
Exactly.
So it's got a lot of depth to it.
Yep. How about you, Mike? Did you watch any of this?
Nope, I haven't.
Okay, so Mike missed on it. I did watch it. Damien recommended it. I took a look at it, and same thing. I'm like, it's about chess. I mean, I don't know much about chess, This moves this way, that moves that way, this moves that. It's confusing as shit to me. But the movie's, even though that's the main focus of the movie, it's definitely deeper, or the series. It's definitely deeper than that. And I liked it a lot. I liked it a real lot. I don't think there's going to be a second season. I don't know.
I'd be okay if they ended like that. At the same time, I would like to kind of see what happens. But I mean, they pretty much explained everything in there. I mean, where else could it go? But
I mean, I think I think they should have just made it a long movie. You know, they probably could have cut down a little bit and just made it a real. It probably would have been an Academy Award winning movie. You know, it would have been up there. It was a surprise for me. It was really, really good because I didn't think I was going to. I watched half of the first episode. I'm like, what the hell's he got me watching? And then it got pretty cool. The weirdest thing though for me was the only thing that kind of got on my nerves on the whole thing was I think the guy Benny. Why was he dressed like the Undertaker the whole time? He was in the gimmick with the hat and the long jacket and
that guy. Yeah. He was like some 60s beatnik, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, he's dressed like the friggin' Undertaker.
That's right, yeah.
I'm like, this guy's in full gimmick the whole time. He's in gimmick. It was a great movie, though.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really good. So definitely a good recommendation from you, Dame. I'm glad I watched it. It was real good. If they had a second season, I would watch it. It kept my interest. The girl who played the main character was real good.
She was good, yep.
Real good. Okay, moving on. Wrestling. We got wrestling because we watch a lot of wrestling, some of us. Damo, do you watch any of the wrestling?
I haven't watched wrestling since like 2004. A few weeks ago, I wanted to watch AEW, and we don't have TNT, so
Gotcha.
I guess I could probably get the app. I did have the WWE app for a few months this year because I love the old school stuff.
The old stuff, yeah.
You know, anything from like the 70s to like 2004, 2005, and then I'm done. But everybody tells me AEW I would like because I just like the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. That's better.
I still call it WWF to me. It's like when you only have one, it's just kind of like, But now, I don't know. I'll start watching it again eventually.
Yeah, we could start doing some pay-per-view shows. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mike?
Not a good year. Not a good year at all.
What, for wrestling? No?
Yeah, I mean, first, this is like the ultimate like guilty pleasure wrestling. It's like, but it's like to the point where it's like, I just feel guilty.
I feel dirty.
I feel dirty. I feel disgusted of myself. Am I too old for watching this shit right now?
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that gets me by is the AEW, and the only reason for that is because sometimes it could just be so bad that it's good.
Right.
Like, oh man, look at that. What the fuck's going on here? That type of thing. WWE is just the opposite. It's so bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, and even next I'm not into right now. It's just a lull of a year for wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I've been watching it for so long. You know, I mean, it gets played a lot on my TV. I've been watching it for so long. I've been a fan for so long of it that even it's like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still kind of good to me. You know, it's something to do. It's something to watch. I always find it fun. Next is probably the best thing out of all three of them right now. AEW probably close second.
That's like the WWE's minor league, sort of like
their farm team, guys. But it's better than that, you know.
Yeah,
it was their farm at one point, and then they kind of established their own brand once AEW got a major deal. So yeah, it's as far as wrestling goes, it's probably the better of the three, but it's at a lull itself right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like AEW too. I love Jericho. You know, everything he touches is gold. Mm-hmm. But as far as you know, the next guys, what they do is somebody's doing something great in next, and then they move them up to the big roster, and it loses all steam. I don't know what they do. They change the character. They do something that just loses all steam. But for me, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm going to watch it even when it stinks. I'll still watch it. So Damo gives it. I'm not really sure. I haven't watched it. Mike, thumbs down for you this year.
Absolutely, thumbs down.
Thumbs up for me. I can't help it. I still like it no matter what. Okay, moving on to another good one. The Mandalorian. Damo.
I don't know. It's a lot of people don't like the Star Wars, the prequel, and also the new sequel. You know, there's like mixed reviews, but this show just gets everything right. You know, everything that any Star Wars nut wanted in those movies that didn't get, you're going to get it in this. It's just really good, man. It has, pays a lot of respect to the original trilogy, but it's pretty much like watching like a Clint Eastwood Western, but like in outer space.
Yeah.
But it's just really well done, man. I love it. I can't get enough of it.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah, man, I've been down on Star Wars since they put out the remakes. Not the remakes, but when they digitally enhanced the graphics in the original 3. That kind of set me off a little bit because you couldn't get the originals anymore on copies of DVDs so that kind of set me off. And then they put out, chapter 1, 2, and 3, and then fucking Jar Jar Binks, man. That just even drilled that nail in the coffin even more. The second one was like, the only thing I liked was the third one, which was kind of cool, on how he actually became Darth Vader.
Yeah, me too.
So I've been soured on Star Wars for a long time. The Mandalorian, man, this just put me right back in the action. This is just, this is what I wanted. It's more adult oriented on some of it. It's got its cuteness to it. But
you like the broad. You like the chick.
Oh yeah,
you like the UFC chick or whatever she is.
Absolutely,
Gina
Serrano. Yeah, is that you say her name, Serrano?
I think
she could throw me around. Absolutely,
she's thick.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I was surprised how much I liked this. I feel bad. I actually cheated on the first season.
Yeah, because I didn't watch first. I watched the second. I watched the recap of the first season, then watched the second season. I like Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars nut. I like it. I could take it or leave it. I'll watch it though. But this was real good. This was really, really good. It was a big surprise for me. I was like, wow, this is, like Dave said, they did everything really, really well. I like that all the weird, quirky characters are back in, and you see a little more into their character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good. And that little Yoda thing, what a prick. He was bad, dude. Eating the eggs.
You know, right?
You little son of a bitch. Watching that going, look at this little prick. Look at him. He's bad. He's like the friggin' dogs.
Yeah, he's eating her babies.
Yeah.
That's what he was like. He was like a chihuahua with more of a human brain, the way he was acting.
He didn't give a fuck. He just did what he wanted to do. I mean, was you thinking that thing when you were watching? Like, look at this little son of a bitch.
Yeah, and the whole thing is that whatever you call that creature that had the eggs,
salamander, something like that. Yeah,
that salamander looking thing is like they're like an endangered species, and he's over there he's eating them all.
Well, it's a delicacy, so he knew what was going on.
Escargot or something,
dude. The only thing,
or caviar.
Yeah.
I love that it went. The coolest character in all the Star Wars for me was Boba Fett. He just looked cool. So it was cool that they had the Boba Fett stuff in it. And I was like, who don't like that outfit? Everybody liked Boba Fett. He just was cool. But the only thing I wish would have happened at the end of the series, when the series, the last episode ended, I wish you would have just seen a little Yoda guy and just eat the egg. And then the series, like he just pops another egg in,
Like he had one left over in his pocket.
Yeah, for later on. Like a nail later.
Right. Yeah.
Mandalorian, thumbs up for me. We got Damo.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Mikey D.
Sure.
Yeah, man, thumbs up.
Great series. I can't wait to see the next one. It was really, really good. All right, guys, how about Curb Your Enthusiasm? What you got, Damo?
Yeah, I love this show, man. Larry David is just that guy. He kills me. I never really saw Seinfeld, to be honest with you. I'm like the only guy on earth that never saw that show.
Right.
But I'm just hooked. I'm glad it came back because it was gone for like
weird. Yeah,
I don't know. It seemed like 8 years or whatever how it was, but it was just it's just ridiculous. And this season was based around Larry goes to a coffee shop every day, and the guy kind of pissed him off, so he opened up a spite store to spite the guy, and it's just freaking
great
ridiculous.
Spite store, great. It's just great. I love it, man. I love it. What do you got, Mike?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I walk through life as Larry David. So.
Yeah, we all do.
Larry David moments.
But it's hard to go wrong with this show. It's just, I think it's one of the funnier shows on TV.
No, it's stupid. Yeah,
it's great. It's great. Larry's lattes. How about? I knew that big penis was going to be trouble.
but here's the thing. Like, I mean, how does he get these women? And it's not like he's going to these, like he dresses like, I don't even know. He dresses like a retired teacher in the 80s. He's not
got you upset.
suave. He's not. No, it doesn't have me upset. Well, I'm a little jealous, but
everything about the guys is funny. Everything he does, everything.
Yeah,
how he looks, it's just ridiculous.
You could see how he was kind of the main on Seinfeld.
You can tell the mannerisms and the way he talks, and definitely hilarious, man. Oh my god, the whole cast is great. JB Smooth,
no, he's the best.
I love him. Larry,
JB Smooth.
Yeah, you saying I'm tapping that ass, Larry? When he's humping the blow up doll.
Well, how else are you going to deflate a blow up?
Then Susie with the picture, the painting. Oh, the painting was great.
Oh yeah.
The painting was great. I love it. I love the.
I almost want to get that painting for you.
Yeah, I'll hang it right up in the room. It could cover that paint job I need to get done. But yeah, dude, Larry David, awesome. Curb Your Enthusiasm, definitely one of my favorite shows. It's still just as funny as it was before. It's still just as funny because that guy gets himself in every predicament. You're like going, nah. He says it. He don't care, you know. And I like it. It's, you know, it goes against all that cancel culture bullshit. You know what I mean? It's almost like the Archie Bunker, George Jefferson thing where he's just going to say what he wants to say. Right. Fuck it. You know, I find it amusing. Definitely find it amusing. Okay. So moving on to the movies of 2020, we're going to start off with Uncut Gems. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, I like this. Adam Sandler, you know, he's a jeweler, but he's got like a gambling addiction, and it's just man, it's just one of those movies like you want to scream at the guy. It's like, dude, what the fuck you do? I mean, you know, he's just kind of like puts himself into deeper shit. But I thought it was great.
Mike, do you watch this one?
Adam Sandler, he plays you know, it's not a comedy role, you know.
Right, exactly.
It's like a drama.
Yep, he did well in it. He definitely did well in it. Mike, did you see this?
No, but it sounds like you just want to scream at Adam Sandler in every movie. I always want to scream, what the fuck are you acting like a kid for, goddamn it? Every goddamn movie. Stop it, goddamn.
Him and Will Ferrell. That would be your favorite movie to see them two together.
No, I wouldn't even watch it.
I would, just to torture you. I'd say, Mike, you gotta watch this.
I'd probably come into your house and it's on the TV or something.
It'll be a total setup.
And the remotes are hidden.
Total setup. Yeah.
Yep.
I watched it. I thought it was real good. Adam Sandler played a serious part, you know, and we all definitely know a guy like that, a guy that, you know, tries to make money, then gets greedy and tries to make even more money. You know, the part with a little spoiler here, but the part where the goons or whatever you want to call them were kind of going after him. You know, he has this gem, right? So this gem he's banking on to pay off his debts, and the gem pretty much, you know, he shows it off to different people. Shows it off to Kevin Garnett from the Celtics, and Garnett wants to buy it. He buys it for like $175,000, something like that. And instead of doing the right thing and just paying who he owes off, you know, he decides, I can make that into more. You know, we all know guys like that. So, so that's what happens pretty much. And the fucked up part is that, you know, he locks these goons up in this little vestibule thing, and they're watching the game, and he's freaking out watching the game. And he bets on the Sixers versus Celtics, and he actually wins. He wins the bet for like over $1 million or something like that. He lets the guy, you know, he thinks everything's cool, lets the guys out of the vestibule, and the guy just fucking shoots him. And so you're like, what the? Real
Didn't
good.
Expect that. Yeah.
No, not at all. But spoiler alert. But hey, real good movie. First serious. Well, he might have one before that, but he had a few, right?
I'm sure he had to.
But it shows he could do more than one thing, and he played the role really, really good. I thought the role was real good. Okay, so we're going to move on to The Invisible Man. What you got, Damo?
I just watched this the other night. I didn't know what to expect, and I thought it was really, really good. I really liked this show. It was the girl. What the hell's her name from Mad Men? Peggy. I just know her as Peggy.
Peggy from Mad Men.
But you know, she's with this guy, abusive boyfriend, and you know, she runs away from him, and he's I guess he's like a biotech scientist or something, and he basically makes her go crazy, pretty much. But I thought it was really well done. You know, it was a modern take on the, you know, on the original movie and book. You know.
Yeah, really good. Mike, did you see this?
Yeah, I just saw it. I really like this. I thought the Invisible Man, like, I think they could have got somebody better. He seemed like a fucking chooch. Like he seemed like you know,
not what you expected. Yeah,
right. Like, hey, yo, like no. He was like he's supposed to be the scientist that created this suit. I don't believe it. But thank God he was only in it for a few minutes or whatever. But
yeah, at the end.
But I thought it was a cool twist on the movie.
Yeah, I dug it. I thought it was really, really good. I'm going to say I don't think 2020 was a great year for movies, but this was probably the best movie, in my opinion, that came out in 2020. Yeah. So moving on to The Five Bloods. What you got, Damo?
This is a Spike Lee joint. 4 Vietnam vets that go back to Vietnam to go look for this buried treasure and to look for their old comrade, their squad leader. I thought it was really good. Honestly, I haven't seen too many Spike Lee movies.
Joints.
Spike Lee joints. This was pretty good.
Mike, did you see it?
No, I haven't.
I seen it. It was a real good movie. Overall, really good story plot. Real good. The acting was great in it. Delroy Lindo, who played Paul in it.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow. He was great in it, man.
He's been around forever.
Yeah. I mean, really, really good. The acting was great. The story was great. So The Five Bloods, I give it a thumbs up. I thought it was a real good movie. Damo?
Yep. Thumbs up.
Okay. Moving on to Capone. What you got, Damo?
We did the mob show a few weeks ago. I didn't think it was good enough, to be in the top 10 all time. But I liked this movie because it showed a different side of Al Capone. I thought the guy who played him was great, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's good.
It's a movie about the last years of his life. He suffers from dementia, and it's a lot of flashback scenes. It's pretty well done.
Mike, did you ever see Capone?
Nope, I haven't.
All right, for me, I hated it. Yeah, I don't know. You think I would like it, but I just didn't like it. I don't know. It felt slow. It was uncomfortable to watch. So I give Capone a thumbs down. Damo.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, moving on. Bill and Ted Face the Music. What do you got, Damo?
I didn't see it. And when it came out, we wanted to see it. I was going to, rent it. And then I saw it was like $18 to rent it. It's like, I ain't spending $18 to rent this shit.
No. I wouldn't do it. If you gave me a pizza, I wouldn't do it.
Nah. So I'll wait.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah.
Mike, you watch this?
Yeah, we watched it together. Well, we tried to.
Oh, yeah, we did watch. Yeah, we did have it.
We watched half of it. We're like, we can't do no more. This is bad. The daughter in it was like, was it Bill's daughter? She's like all
robot. Yeah, it was weird.
Like it was just like too late, man. Too late to do another one. It just doesn't work. It just becomes a parody of itself. I mean, it was. I couldn't do it.
For me, I like Keanu Reeves. I love the first two Bill and Ted's. This one sucked. It just sucked. And I didn't even watch the ending. I didn't even care. It just sucked. Moving on.
So I won't even watch it.
No.
I didn't really like the second one.
Second one was great.
The first one I liked. I didn't really care for the second one. Yeah, I don't know.
I like the first one. I like the second one.
Second time you watched it, but
they both were good. The third one, unwatchable, no good. Okay, moving on to Class Action Park. Damo.
Yeah, I like these documentaries. I love documentaries, and this is about there was a documentary about a theme park in North Jersey called Action Park, and it was basically just like an extreme theme park, like crazy ass rides, and it was like so many people like
hurt,
got seriously injured, killed on these rides, and
they still kept going.
They still kept going. Yeah,
still
it was just
going.
like put a Band-Aid on it and Go back out there.
We're gonna put you in the circle with the iodine and see if you remember remember that part.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you in the, if you survive, you get I don't know, you got $100 or free pass or something crazy like that.
It's friggin' nuts, man. I highly recommend this.
How about you, Mike? You see this?
No, I didn't see it, but I'm always up for a good documentary, so I'd probably check this out. What was it, on Netflix or?
No, I don't know who put it out. HBO.
HBO.
But I
watched
watched it.
Check it out.
I watched it recently. Another Dame recommendation. I watched it, and yeah, I don't remember the theme park at all, but it was crazy. The only thing I do remember, which is weird, they showed the part with Ricky Rackman in there.
Yeah,
I remember the Alice in Chains interview.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was there, but I remember the Alice in Chains interview.
Right. I always wanted to know where they filmed that out, and
Action Park.
Yeah.
Which they named Class Action Park because of the loss.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely worth watching. It was it was real. It was real. That was the weird thing, you know. But you couldn't get me going. I don't go on rides really anyway.
Yeah, I won't go on a merry-go-round. I don't. Nah.
I'll do the bumper cars. I'm right with the bumper cars.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. But now my wife, on the other hand, she's totally adventurous. Like, she was doing the skydiving thing for a while. I'm like, she's out of her mind. So like,
Man.
Oh yeah, it's a thrill. It's great. You couldn't give me $1 million for me to do that.
Nah, no thanks. Pass.
I was
it's a
like,
hard pass.
You could spend your $180 skydiving for 2 seconds, and I'll buy $180 worth of CDs and DVDs, and I'll be happy longer than you.
Yeah.
You know?
The only time you're getting me to jump out of a goddamn plane is if that thing's going down. That's the only way.
Yeah, even that, I'm hopping on somebody's back. Fuck it, let them do.
But probably mine. Get the fuck off my back, Bert. This
Yeah,
parachute's for one.
You ain't getting me to jump off of anything. All right, Damo, we're going to move on to the movie called The Host on Shudder. What do you got, Damo?
Yeah, this is they must have did this one really quick, this movie, because it's
Spent
basically
about $10 on it.
Yeah. it's a pandemic film. I mean, it's about, a group of friends that get together on Zoom, and weird shit happens to them. And the movie's only like an hour long, which is it's perfect. And there's some pretty friggin' creepy scenes that, I jumped a couple times. It's like, but it's, it was really well done. And it's on Shudder. I love Shudder. It's like $5-6 a month. And there's some stinkers on there, but there's some really good, some gems like this one on there.
Mike, how about you?
I'll tell you what, I think it was a good idea, but I just think it was just kind of the ending of okay. First of all, the girl Gemma, the girl that started all the shit, the wrong name, and you know what? She should have died better. She should have died quicker. She should have died sooner. She was just the worst. Oh, and then she's got to put on her little face mask during the pan. I got to run out to my friend's house, put the face mask on. Like, come on, give me a fucking break. You're running from a fucking ghost demon, whatever that you unleashed, and you're worried about a fucking face mask. Got to put my face mask.
The COVID is very dangerous.
Yeah,
very dangerous.
Fuck out of here. So, but the movie had a little suspense to it. It was cool, but the end of it, you know what it reminded me of? You know those things you watch on, like, watch this video. Make sure you watch it to the end. You'll get this. You won't believe what you see, and then this thing fucking jumps out in your face. Yeah. It was an hour long one of them. So
yeah, I gotta agree with Angry Mike. I love the idea. The idea was great with the seance on the Zoom thing. I thought the idea was great. I was just waiting for something. And I kind of knew what I was going to get at the end. I'm like, I'm like,
I'm just a sucker for that paranormal stuff, man.
I like some of it. Yeah, I like some of it. Like Paranormal Activity, I loved.
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought that was really, really, really good. There's a couple other good ones that are out there. I won't say it was horrible. It was just, I kind of just was waiting,
Yeah.
I was waiting for something to happen. It's like getting blue balls. I'm like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Boom. All right, since we're being a little silly here, I'm going to start off with Dame. New Year's. Now, I'm not really a big New Year's guy, but, New Year's, Or not even New Year's, anytime. Is there any time that you got drunk or you drank something that you woke up the next day or the same night throwing up all over and you'll never drink it again? You'll never touch this drink again. What would it be?
Not on New Year's.
That don't have to be New Year's, anytime.
Yeah, it goes back to the old bowling alley. And it's tequila. One time, me and Frankie Meatball drank way too much tequila. I can never drink. I drank so much tequila when I was 17. I touched it maybe like once or twice since then. I just
no good.
can't do it. Nah.
How about you, Mike?
Whew. So in 2000 we had a pre-New Year's Eve party the day before. Just a few friends over, and I whipped out the bottle of Aftershock in the freezer. And oh my God, yeah, this
cinnamon.
Yeah, and you put in the freezer. It used to be real good, do a shot of it. So our friend across the street, her mother, she comes over. She made cheesesteaks and stuff. So we're eating them. Cheesesteaks and Aftershock don't mix.
Oh, can't imagine.
Because I accidentally killed this whole bottle in a half hour. I didn't realize I was the only one doing shots at this point. Yeah. I had to be ushered up to my room at one point. Shortly after that. I'll put it this way. I woke up in the morning laying on my folded up pair of jeans with cheesesteak and Aftershock in my pocket.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
Can't even touch the stuff anymore. I smell big red gum and I'm ready to throw up.
We know what his kryptonite is now. Big red.
Big red.
You get to hook up. You're going to hook up with the hot chick, and she's going to be chewing Big Red.
You know what's up, Big Red? No. And it'll Curb Enthusiasm music hits. There you go.
I'm not a drinker really at all. I barely drink. I never it really never did nothing for me. But when I was younger, one of my aunt's boyfriend at the time was giving me I don't know if he was giving me $1 or $2, $3 a shot or whatever. And he had Sambuca. And I don't know, I woke up with a pocket full of money and I was sick for a fucking week. I don't like black licorice to this day.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like to me. Oh, awful.
Yeah, I'm not
totally,
a big fan
totally
myself.
awful, man. I mean, just no good. So I don't drink really anyway. Once in a blue moon, I'll have a little bit. But yeah, Sambuca, I will not go near it, man. All right, guys. So that's the end of our New Year's episode, if you want to call it that. And mixtapes and tasty cakes. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Year.